Good day and welcome to another fantastic edition of your favorite sport program on TV, 360 Sport. It's definitely going to be an exciting moment with us here as we look at some trending issues where that will be trying to analyze and look critically to give you another perspective to what you think it is and what you think it is not. And that's why we are here to let you know. So many issues. It seems this period has been series of issues as regards to the personnel, the federations, and every other sporting facility. Let's not forget, we still have a very interesting moment last week in the show. And my name is Mudashiru Shitu, and I'm not going to do this alone. I have Sam Adeyemi in the house, and Sam will definitely be also looking narrowly and critically about what some certain things happen and why we look why some certain things happen and why we need to look at things in a broader view when it comes to moving sport forward in Nigeria. I'm not forgetting our viewers that have been keeping it every time with us from across the globe, across different time zones, watching us on our various social medias to just have more interesting view about sports in Nigeria. I want to say a big thank you for that. And I'm going to introduce Sam Adeyemi. He has been on the program in previous edition, but Sam is here again to also share his mind about the topic we'll be looking at today. Sam.
Thank you for having me, Mudashiru. It's a beautiful time here again to talk sport. I'm always excited. And like you did mention, we have to look at this critically and also the broader view of different stories and news that we have for the viewers today.
And for the viewers, you know, some stories, but some you think might yet say, some you think as incidents and events that are just framed up from nowhere. But when you watch us and listen right there on 360 Sport, you know definitely we've gone through the process to bring it to you. On the first topic we'll be having today has to do with the fact that just a few days ago, the AFCON 2009 qualifiers went on across different venues in Africa. And for Nigeria, we traveled to Seychelles to actually get the second game. And we are live in the first game against South Africa. We lost that game 2-0 and AFCON 2019. And we lost that game 2-0 in Uyo Stadium. That's Akwa Ibom.
The nest of champions.
Nest of champions. That's what they But a lot of people are saying that's the end of the road. That we'll probably be not going to AFCON 2019 that will take place in Cameroon. Were you expecting that win against Seychelles?
I think the match against Seychelles could have been prosecuted even by the under-20 national team of Nigeria, because Seychelles in African football, they are minnows. Some people do say there are no minnows in football again, but I still think there are some countries that they are minnows in football. A team that is made up of part-time footballers. There is no professional footballer among the 23 months. Just about one player that plays in the fourth division in Germany. So barring that guy, every other player in that squad, they are part-time. So the Super Eagles of Nigeria in all their glory ought to do that and do it very well. I'm actually disappointed with the number of goals scored because I was expecting minimum of 5. If Libya can defeat that same team by 5-1, then Nigeria should be going for 6, 7, or even go ahead and spell the Seychelles with a 9-0 victory. But what is most important is the 3 goals and 3 points. Like you did mention, when you look at the fact that, okay, the first game, they lost 2-0 at home to South Africa, so they need to make a statement and get the maximum point. And they need to be their confidence again, we have to say, because they are showing during the World Cup it's not as many people had expected. So Super Eagles had a lot to do for us. The captain is not there. One of our best players just decided to make a retirement plan and make the announcement just before the weeks before the game. And also one of the best defenders also is not there. So we also our creative player talking about Rustekong and also Alex Iwobi, but the job was it was executed, but like I said, I'm not so impressed. But the fact is, 3 points in the kitty.
3 points in the basket right now for us, sitting third on the log table. Do you think a lot of people feel skeptical about our qualification out of that group.
Yes, we have to say that
It's not
yes, and you don't want to blame the people, but because like we did mention, first game lost to South Africa at home, which would have been a win, or but worst of it, or get a draw. We lost that game at home, and then so we had to get it, and we have got a South African and a Libyan team. And that Libya team went ahead to Johannesburg and playing South Africa, and they got a 0-0 draw, giving them 4 points and a better goal difference in that group. So Nigeria, third on that group, has a lot to do. Our next game is against that Libya, home and away, back-to-back like that in the same month of October. So Nigeria has just to do the job well. Good enough for us is the fact that we are playing at home for the first leg, and then the second leg is why we go to Tunisia or any other country that Libya decided to play their home game, since they've not been playing at their own country for some years now. But we have to be skeptical. I have to say, Nigeria national team, the Super Eagles, haven't been impressive in a lot of games, even before the World Cup, the friendly matches they played, and then going into the World Cup, Croatia, Iceland, Argentina. So Nigerians have a reason to be fearful. But the thing here is we have the players. We have talent. I'm just looking at how we can match those talents together and give a good team result.
Interesting. We can only be hopeful right now. But other results took place across the continent.
Yes,
and what other game do you think really capture your interest? You can see results all over. And what other games capture your interest?
I saw Angola against Botswana. That was a 1-0 victory for the Palancas Negras of Angola. Senegal, I never expected that. Against Madagascar, Senegal in all their glory could only manage a 2-2 draw with that tiny island nation. And so that's why some people will tell me that, okay, Nigeria didn't do too bad. Also, Comoros against Cameroon, it was a 1-1. It's Comoros, a small island, playing against
a lot of things is changing in African football.
Yeah, a lot of things are changing, but I think it's the fact that the big countries are not doing well. Ghana losing to Rwanda by long 1-0. It's also surprising. And also Tanzania, coached by our own Emmanuel Amunike, they got a very good 1 point in that one. So there are a lot of games across the qualifiers, and I think it's good. Egypt doing their own. Mohamed Salah missing 2 penalties.
We can only hope that your country, wherever you're watching us, if you're an African, is being represented in Cameroon 2019. Yet, let's not forget, we're also looking at one story that a lot of people thought the NFF, the Nigerian Football Federation, has kept under the carpet. And just from nowhere, realized that the NFF Ethics Committee has banned and fined Salisu Yusuf for what we call bribery allegations that they find that it was actually right.
It was an allegation. If there, maybe I should say it would have been an allegation. Maybe if there was no evidence. But the thing here is not just a picture or a pictorial evidence. We had a visual evidence. People can see the video of him negotiating and receiving that money. I think it's fair on both ends. NFF looking at the Salisu Yusuf history as someone who has dedicated his life to Nigerian football, all through the localities, with Canopilas, with Eyimba, with different club size, and then managing the national team. I think.
What do you think was the cause of the reason why it was delayed? Or they actually took the time
I think
to
yes.
finding?
From what they said, they did an investigation, and from that investigation, that's why they could just give him a year ban and $5,000 fine, because.
And to cut it short, a lot of people said it's because we have new Ribadu as the head of the committee. Who was the former chairman of EFCC, was the reason why they have to come out playing.
Some people might think so, but here is the fact that the Nigerian Football Federation, they had a lot at stake. It's just the same thing. The man that did the investigation, Anas, he's been to almost every sector. And then coming into football, people are just saying it. The one with the Ghana issue is still on ground. The Ghana football has been in disarray all because of this. And then when he released that video of Salisu Yusuf receiving $1,000, but he claimed it was $750. But whatever the case is the
But
NFF statute
yeah.
and the FIFA statute does not allow monetary gifts.
Is that enough?
Is the discipline?
Some say it's better than none, but
No. Is the punishment given to him enough? Like I said earlier, I think it's fair. I'm not saying it's enough, but I think it
what should
serve
be
as a
enough for
deterrent.
you? What should be enough for you?
Normally, in some sane client, don't let me say in saner client, don't let me say, in saner client, Salisu Yusuf himself would have been forced to resign his position in football. But I'm looking at if it's not, because we are in Nigeria, and that's why he even had the guts in the first instance to come with a statement declining the fact, okay, it was over $1,000, but he saw $750, whatever it is, even if it is $1, the fact that you're collecting,
that's it. The video shows,
so the amount doesn't really matter. But if they be given maybe maybe 2-3 years ban, or even I saw someone looking for 5-7 years ban for him.
Life farm from football. It's not the end of the road for Salisu.
No, it is not. I think the NFF will have to make that claim when the 1 year ban comes to totality, and then he has to come back to football. What I'm not sure is whether NFF will bring him back onto the fold, because right now we already have Imama replacing him in the dugout with the Nigerian the Super
even
Eagles.
apart from that, Imama, you understand, is to replace Salisu Yusuf, the right person for even the under 23 job, because we also know Salisu Yusuf was also doing. Is it the right person, or it just have to be?
I think Imama is the right person
to
replace him, because it's somebody that also knows the terrain, and they have been working together alongside Salisu Yusuf with the home-based Super Eagles. He has been the assistant, Imama himself and Kennedy Boboye assisting Salisu Yusuf with the home base. So I think he is the right person, and also he knows the Nigerian football terrain very well.
Under 23 national fame, it's been to be like a bigger, the next thing after the Super Eagles, though they go to Olympics and some other games. Do you think it's not bigger than Imama, who was able to win the league with Rangers, and nothing more to write about that?
It's a good one, the fact that he is managing the bigger boys right now, and most of these guys, even in the Super Eagles, will fit into the 23. Because talk about an Alex Iwobi, just turned 21 or 22 recently. Our goalkeeper is 19-year-old. Look at the right back, Tyrone Ebueyi. Left back, okay, Brian is about 25, but Wilfred Ndidi is about 22. So we have a core of these Super Eagles players who can still fit into the Olympics, into the under 23 teams. And the fact is, the under 23 teams only come to play a year to Olympics, so there's really not much job for him. So
there's really not much job for him, but time will tell whether there's really big job for him. That's Imama, who's going to replace the band and Salisu Yusuf. And I want to thank you for being part of the program as we're going on right now. We've looked at other issues before now. Look at the very fact that the AFCON 2019 qualifiers, and also look at other African nations that qualify. We're going to a quick break. When we come back, we look straight to the Nigerian Premier League. If there's any issue, I've been taking us through weeks, months. Issue of argument and support against has to be the Nigerian Professional Football League. The league management company with the club owners in a meeting decided that Lobby Stars, who was on top of the log table before the World Cup break, will be representing Nigeria at the CAF Champions League coming next year. A lot of people said, no, the league has to continue. Some said, this is the best interest. No teams were relegated, and 4 teams from the NNL were brought to join the 20 games. A lot of people said, this is not the right way to go. Sam Adeyemi, who was expecting that the 2018-2019 Nigerian Professional Football League will end in March the 24th.
It's no one expected that, and I want to put a lot of blame on the LMC. First and foremost is the fact that why do they decided to let the league go on break during the World Cup?
They said FIFA said every league is mandatory for every league, but I know that
there are some countries that their leagues were still ongoing during the World Cup.
So what prompted that?
So I don't think there is anything with FIFA, because FIFA has no bearing on league football. there is FIFA is dealing with the football federation, but the league organization and everything has nothing to do with FIFA. So it doesn't work that way. Because it's just one player from the league that is going for the World Cup. Then why should the league go on break? The fact that you are trying to align this league with the European League. So it was a time for you to allow the matches to go on. But whatever it is now, that is all done and dusted. And after 24 matches, they've decided to pick Lobby Stars as the winner.
What's the implication of that?
The implication is the fact that some clubs and some players are not happy with this. You look at the point between Lobby and the next team that follow, and Aqua United, and just 2 points. So one game could have just changed the tide. The Lobby Stars were on 43 points. Aqua United were on 41 points aside the end of March 24. So if there was one more game, and then the tide could have changed. But it was a discussion between the club owners. All the 20 club owners were there, and then with the LMC board, and they made that decision. Good enough is the fact that CAF gave them a deadline, and so they have to find a way around it. There's no way we can play 14 more games before the CAF deadline, which is October 15, to submit a representative. There's no way we could have played 15 games.
The league management complaint seems to be
games.
like a toothless bulldog when it comes to taking some certain decisions, because we know that the club owners might have a larger bearing on that. The players suffered, and every other welfare has to do with players. They have to suffer.
Yes. Because
is that the best decision in interest of the club?
In the interest of the league, you might think so, but by the time you look at the league, that the league is comprises more of the players, because it's the players that makes the league. Without the players, there is no league. And so many of these players will not get their entitlement. They won't get their allowances for all this time now, because there are no games for them. Even many of the clubs are losing the best of their legs because they're looking for a way to play abroad, and they're looking for even back. They have to go to some clubs in some countries that maybe football.
But what would have been the best option, Sam, for you?
For me, I would have wanted the league to continue, and Nigeria have no representative in the Champions League and the Confederations Cup.
That's a tougher one.
No, it's. But
a lot of people say, why wasn't an abridged? There be an abridged.
Abridged version will be too late. We are talking about, if not for the Giwa issue,
and some also thought about the top 8 should play.
Maybe that could have also been
the top 8 should play. The bottom 4 to play, and whoever comes.
I think they would have. That's it. I think I would have subscribed to that one that you just brought in, because that would have given us a wider and a broader. A better representative of Nigeria in the CAF Champions League. By the time the top 8 place, where you have the Kano players, the Yimba, the Plateau United, all the top 8 playing each other, they would have gotten a worthy winner to represent Nigeria in the CAF Champions League.
What that has brought about now is that is Lobby the champion of the season, or just a representative? That's not issue not to even talk about.
I think as far as most people in this side, we just decided not to call Lobby the champion of the Nigeria.
I don't think they're the champions, because
we just call them the representatives. The Nigeria representative in the 2020 Champions League. That's what most of us decided to call them. So that's it. I don't think they're the champion, but here it is. When the history book is being written, or even it has to be Lobby that will be put there as the champion of the 2018 season.
But with an asterisk that says why they're champions.
I don't know. Yes.
Because the rule book says after 38 games, the team with
the highest number of points gets to win. And then we play 24 games, so we are rounding it up. But the LMC didn't look at the options well. Because if they look at the options well, like the suggestion you made about the top 8 would have been a good one. You're saying for the next season right now, there won't be right now no team is getting relegated.
No prize money. No prize money.
The clubs are getting nothing, or maybe later they're going to make announcement on that. 4 teams from the NNL will be joining. That makes it 24 teams. How do we want to manage that? You said they're going to group them into 2 and abridge kind of a league, and then 6 teams get to go on relegation, and that's it for me. That's where I'm having a lot of issues. 6 old teams will be going on relegation next season. 3 from the group, from each group.
Yeah.
And I think that is massive. That is massive.
It, you know, we say time flies when we have fun, and definitely we know that the Tigress. We have an interview we had with the captain of the Tigress. That's the female basketball national team. She came late into the camp. They'll be going to Spain to represent Africa
yeah.
in this FIBA World Cup in Spain. What can you say about Adara Elunu?
I think Adora is one of our best players, so she has to be there. And right now, she is the captain of the team. The ladies are enjoying themselves. First, they had maybe about 2 weeks or so in United States preparing for these tournaments, and now they are in Lagos. Maybe by next week or so, they should be traveling. The tournament starts in late in September in Tenerife, Spain. I'm hoping they will do better. Nigeria has never won a game since we've been participating since 2006 in the World Cup. So it is time for us to do something. And we are playing against giants, Argentina, Australia. Those are giants in female basketball. And Nigeria
you can't hope for the best.
Yes, I think Australia is even ranked 7th in the world. So
and that's our first game.
And that's our first game. Argentina is ranked 11th, and Turkey is ranked 15th. Nigeria is ranked in 30-something. So we are playing against the best. Can we do it? Yes. Maybe qualifying from the group might be a big task, but I think we should look forward to at least winning one game in that particular tournament.
Yes, I like this. Time flies when we are formed. We've been able to give you a factual state of all these trending stories in the world of Nigerian sport. As we do it local here, we tend to let you know that there's no part of the story that you would definitely miss. A big thank you to you, Sam, first and foremost.
Thank you for
being part of this.
It's a pleasure always. Yeah.
Hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Let's not forget that he has given us his view. I'm sure you formed your own views and you've been informed and analyzed about trending stories just a few days ago in the world of sport. We can only hope that the Super Eagles will be in 2019 in Cameroon. And we can only also hope that the Tigers can do better than what they've been doing in past edition of Women Basketball World Cup. I'm going to leave you with this video, and for me, and that's to do with the captain of the Tigers, Adara Elunu, who shared a view about what you expect about from the team and also at the World Cup. From me to you and the rest of the team, goodbye and enjoy yourself.
It was hard leaving them when we were in camp in Atlanta, but being back, I'm happy. Can't wait to see them. No, I don't feel any pressure. I mean, everything's a team effort. I think the girls, we all trust each other, so there's no pressure in taking us there. We already accomplished, getting there. So I think it'll be, just a good experience and fun for us. But I don't feel any pressure. No. As far as we're willing, as far as we're able, we're preparing pretty hard. I know they've been preparing since I've been away, so I'm just interested to see and get back to see what they've learned, what I can learn from what they've been doing since I've been away. So, hello, keep supporting us until we get to the World Cup in Spain.